We are live. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night to all of you out there, wherever you are on all platforms. What are our platforms that we're streaming on
All
right
platforms.
now? On YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, on where else is this? Facebook.
If you are just joining us, or if you are just waking up, or just before you say good night, thank you for watching live or replay.
Yeah, this is Agape and Akin. We are here again as promised. Just coming on to share with you guys, like we've been doing in the last, I would say,
Few days.
2-3 weeks.
Few
It's
days.
not been few days, it's been weeks.
Even if it's 1 year, it's few days.
Yeah, so thanks for always joining in and listening to us, and hopefully you're being inspired by the things that we share. For those who are just meeting us for the first time, we're Agape and Akin. We are originally from Nigeria, but we live in Airdrie, Alberta, here in Canada. We have 3 beautiful kids, 2 girls and a boy, 2 teenagers and 1 8-year-old. And we are digital entrepreneurs. We run our online business from home for the last 5 years.
And we mentor
other people like
become
ourselves
successful in the business.
Yes. So thank you so much for joining in. So today we're going to be touching on the subject of visualization. We're going to be talking about the power of visualization. And we're just going to take you through at least how we do it, right? Yesterday we talked about how we keep ourselves motivated to do whatever it is, like be successful in the areas we're successful in business, in life, in our lifestyle and stuff. And here we just want to talk about the power of visualization and how to, I would say, visualize correctly, right? Because sometimes, like we're reading the other day that sometimes we make a vision board, or we say, oh, we're dreaming of this, but we don't put action to our words, or we don't put action to the vision boards that we've done, and we just expect that it would happen miraculously, right? But then there's action to be done on our own part. So how do we really do this successfully?
So we learned, one fantastic strategy that we've adopted and we've been using for the last few months, if not over a year now. And that practice is so simple, If you like visualization, or if you know about visualization, share your experience or point of view in the comments below. So our mentor says that, how we all want, a brand new house, or a brand new car, or if I want to say a brand new job. Yeah. But also let us know in the comments, what is the new thing that you want or desire, or so that we can, learn from you or share,
our own perspective.
Exactly. So from our mentor, he says, for instance, if you want a brand new car, which is very common, you would have a silent moment, either in last thing in the night or first thing in the morning, and just write a script, like a screen play, or a movie, or a drama, because that is what we subconsciously do every day, every second, because as human beings we have 60,000 to 7,000 thoughts every day that is going everywhere. So he says, sit down last thing in the night or first thing in the morning and say, I want a car. What kind of a car do I want? What kind of a color? What kind of features do I want in that car? Who will be in the car with me? Where will I drive to? What will be my first vacation location that I would drive to? Who will I tell first about this brand new car? How many times a day or weeks or in a month will I be driving this car? How far can I go with this car? Who will celebrate with me with this brand new car? How many people will I tell the first week of the brand new car? Where will I park this brand new car? What plate number do I want for this brand new car?
You get the gist.
before the time calls. So that is what you'll be doing. You are putting layers upon layers upon layers upon layers. Will I buy brand new clothes for the brand new car? So you do all of that. Firstly, then secondly, you will now sit down. What do I need to do first? Which dealership am I going to go to, or how many dealerships am I going to go to know about the car, the price, the colors they have? Does it match what I want? The features in the car, and what's the amount am I going to be paying? Those are the actions. Then when you continue this every day till you get it, imagine what will happen. Magic happens.
Yes.
Magic happens. When we were going to buy our house, what did we do?
For the first, I would say, for 1 full year prior to finding this house, every weekend we will take the kids and go to show homes. Because we wanted to, we kind of had an idea of what we wanted. What we knew for sure, we wanted a single family home. And we knew for sure we wanted a chef's kitchen, a kitchen that, had the oven and the microwave separately and had the hood separately and stuff like that, and all that, right? But that wasn't what we currently had in the townhome we were living in, right? So we went out there and we kept checking the different show homes to see who will our builder be? How much is a single family home? What kind of layout and stuff like that, right? And so it was from viewing the show homes for almost a year, I would say actually a full year, that we discovered that, we actually like an open concept. We don't want a separate dining room and stuff. We want an open concept home where once you come into the home, you just take it all in. And truth be told, since we moved into this house, anyone who comes to visit us, as soon as they open the door, they're like, wow. Because they can just view the entire home from opening the door. So this is what we like, right? And that's what we found. But we didn't initially know that when we were sort of trying to articulate our dream, right? We had this vision of, we just know we want a single family home because when we moved to Canada, we lived in an apartment. Our first home was a townhome, right? And so it was road and shared with many other people. Our backyard was a common area, and we're like, our next home, it's going to be a single family home and this, but we didn't know what features and stuff we had that we wanted there,
or even the language of the items in the house.
House, exactly. So these are the things. We went to the show home, and then we started to pick up the lingo of all the different things: bonus room,
quartz
countertop, and stuff like that, right?
Okay.
So it's not just about I want this one thing, or I want that thing, or I want a new job. I remember one time in my old job, I was interviewing for a new position, and I was like, I want this new position, yada yada yada. And so when it came to visualizing me even getting that role, I thought to myself, and just like Akin described, I was thinking, what clothes am I going to wear to this interview? What would be the height of my shoes? And for me, if I want to feel confident, I wear 6-inch stilettos, right? Because the way I walk and I carry myself when I wear these inches, it just gives me that boost of confidence, right? So I already picked out my shoes in my mind. I already saw the suit I was going to wear. I was like black and maybe white shirt in there. I just built up that confidence through my appearance. And then I visualized how I was going to sit in front of the interviewer, the kind of questions they were going to ask me, and how I was going to, lift my shoulder up and answer all these all these questions. And at the end of the day, exactly how I pictured it was how it happened. And I think when I was getting feedback afterwards, one of the people who interviewed me said it was just my confidence that stood out. And they could tell that, not only was this person giving us the stories that we wanted to hear about the things they've accomplished in this, that would help them to excel in this role, but also we could see that they were kind of sure of themselves. They didn't doubt who they were or what they could bring to the table, right? And then another thing we did, so 2 years ago, I said to her, I was like, oh, I want a hot tub. I want a hot tub in our backyard. And as soon as we thought, initially I was like, number one, we don't even have any friends who have hot tubs, right? So where is this idea coming from? But for me, I was just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know any, I'm sorry to put it out there, Black people who have hot tubs. You know, at least we don't know
like
any of our friends,
like 1
right?
to 5 minutes away.
Yeah,
then.
not like there's nobody out there who doesn't, but we just didn't have anyone in our circle. And so I just thought, oh, I want this, I want this, I want this. And so a year, I think it's up to a year now, we found a place in our city that sells hot tubs, and we started going there as well. And we're like, ooh, what size of hot tub would we need for our backyard? First of all, because it's not just enough to dream about it. Would it even fit our backyard, right? So we went and got the measurements. We went and looked at, okay, how many? We're 5 in our family. So we're not just going to get a hot tub that sits 4. We want one that sits more than 5, so that at least we could have 1 or 2 people extra if we wanted to, you know, be in the hot tub. And so we did that. And, you know, at some point we went in and they were like, oh, they're doing a sale. We knew weren't ready to purchase it at that time, but I was like, oh my gosh, this sale is so amazing. So the girl said, if you put a down payment, we would be able to hold on to this for you, you know, whenever you're ready to make full payment. I was like, oh my gosh. So of course we put down the down payment. I think it was $1,500 at that time, you know, and that was it. And I think it was almost 6 months later before we were actually ready to go pick up the hot tub. But the thing is, we went there, we had visualized what we wanted in our backyard, but then to make it come to life, we were like, okay, what, you know, how is it gonna fit in there? In fact, at some point, I think we took the children there and we all went into the hot tub and sat in it. You know, because in the hot tub show home, show room, you know, there's empty ones, right? You can go look at it, see the design and everything,
and take pictures and smile and all of that. But also, before we forget, while we were doing all of that, we had a friend who bought a new house, and the house came with a hot tub.
Yes.
She and her husband they are just like 5 minutes drive from us. And they are exactly like us.
Exactly, right? So it was just, and this is just it, right? It's not just about, oh, I'm writing this thing down. It's about, are you clear about what you want? And once you're able to be clear, so clarity comes with, how will I put it? Practicing with your imagination, right? And going, oh, okay, I know I want this thing. I may not be too sure of all the details. How then do I make it very clear in my mind that this is what I want and I'm not deviating from it? It's about, okay, now I have it on paper. Okay, can I get pictures that will remind me day in, day out of what it is that I want?
Can I get friends who will remind me of that thing that I want?
Exactly. Like yesterday, we had friends over. So they'd been actually talking of buying a hot tub for a while. And they were like, oh, we don't know, you know, blah, 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 blah. And we said, oh, come over and experience our hot tub with us and see if this is actually something you want. And so yesterday they came over. We had booked this like weeks ago. So they came over and they were like, oh my gosh. So they loved the entire experience. And then we were giving them tips and telling them, you know, when you get in the hot tub and stuff like that, you sleep better at night. Because they were asking us, okay, what are the benefits and stuff? And is it truly as relaxing as people say, or that as you claim? And we were giving them all these things. So we spent about, I would say, 45 minutes in there, because, you know, we used the jets, we were chatting, we did some videos and stuff like that. And then when we got back, so I had said to them, you will sleep well. In fact, the first week we got the hot tub, our kids went late to school every day for an entire week.
They overslept.
Yeah, because, you know, they were sleeping well and everything. So anyway, long and short, we got up into the house, we had lunch, and next thing, you know, both of them were yawning and yawning, and I was like,
nodding.
And I was like, oh my gosh, are you guys feeling sleepy? You know, so they were like, you know what? We're sold on this thing. We're going to get a hot tub, blah, blah, blah. You know, so the power of visualization really is being clear in your mind, or just, you know, in your mind of what it is you want. How do I want the outcome of this thing to be? And it's not just, oh, I want it. It's about, okay, I want it. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to put pictures to remind me. I'm going to put, sticky notes here and there to remind me so that I don't deviate from what it is, because no matter what it is we want, it is valid. I say to my kids sometimes, there's needs and there's wants, and both of them are equally important, right? You can't just say, oh, you only get what you need. It's okay to get what I want, right? And they're both equally valid, right? So that is it. Like, that is how we do it. If we want to do like anything, we first talk about it, then we're like, okay, it's not just enough to talk about it. How about we write it down? So we have Akin has his, I have mine. We call it the dreams book. So anything that comes to mind that we want, or that we are aspiring for or dreaming of or hoping for, we put it in this notebook. And sometimes just flip through it and be like, oh, we could work on this one this month.
Yes.
And then, we start to like think more about it, watch TV, YouTube videos about it, read books about it, look for pictures that we can put on our vision board about it, and stuff like that. Yeah.
So that is how we visualize.
Yeah, we would love to know, actually, from any one of you out there, how is it that you visualize? Like, how is it that you bring things to life for yourself, apart from, of course, praying about it? So one of the things, of course, we do as well is praying about it, right? Because it's not just enough to
daydream and imagine and write it down, or test drive.
Exactly. We pray about it, and just so that we know at least that, okay, our hearts feel okay with this thing that we want to get or we want to get into, right? So yeah, so that's it from us. We hope that you guys found a bit of value in this, and maybe you could use some of these tips to help yourself with the way that you visualize and you plan and you dream and you bring to life some of this things that you want and you hope for.
Yeah.
All right. So that's it from us.
Drop the curtain.
That's it from us.
See you tomorrow.
This beautiful Wednesday. We'll see you guys again tomorrow. And it's always fun hanging out with you guys. Bye.
Thank you for watching.